Hello, my name is Carx82 and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 2. Last episode we went ahead and got the PCB factory up and running. And what a cool multi-block. It lets us skip a lot of the stuff we used to do before. And it just makes some of these circuit board recipes much easier. I have gone ahead and replaced these four, and unfortunately the two lowest ones don't have a PCB recipe, so we're still doing these the regular way. I do have them the most efficient way for the recipe, but yeah, unfortunately there is no other way to craft those up. So that is that. But the next part, which, as we can see, is the Extreme Wetware Life Support Circuit Board. And we have crafted one of those up the regular way, but it is way more efficient if you do it in a PCB factory. As we can see, 16 niobium, just one resin sheet. You do need some of this holmium foil, but we got that. And you get 8 of those. And then obviously, as you go up the efficiency, you get more and more. Now, we don't have these nanites yet, but we can do that one. So we can do 12. And we have to make sure we have the right tier. Tier 1, LUV, not a problem. Little bit of a problem, though, is we need the bio part. So I have been crafting this up because the bio thing doesn't seem like it needs a lot of resources at all, actually. 68 clean stainless, Damascus steel, and reinforced glass. I mean, that was literally just a couple crafts in our A system, and we got all that stuff. So I have gone ahead and got all that. We should have the Damascus. Let me just double check. Yeah, there is the 40. For that. So I do want to craft that up. Now I'm going to see if this works with the that when it's already like this part's, if we can just add to it. Let's see if that, yeah. All right, cool. So I also noticed you can, if you want, you can offset the things. So I think this was like, originally when I placed this down, I think this was like a -5, and a -1. So it was like over there, but I thought it'd be kind of cool if we just like maybe connected it. Although that is kind of like, you would kind of think that would be exhaust, wouldn't it? Kind of. I don't know. But I was thinking we do like -3. That puts the bio thing like right on the... That puts it right on the side of the block, so it looks like it's all one. I'm thinking I like that. And I'm assuming you can place it wherever you want, is my guess. I don't know. We will find out. But I guess we can just... Shift right click. So it's not letting me do that. Alright. It doesn't seem to be wanting to let me add the... It's just saying it's completed. Alright, so I was kind of hoping we'd be able to do the bio thing. But maybe not. But this seems pretty easy. Let me just, I guess, craft or put this to... We put this together. What was the last thing we needed? Damascus, clean, and reinforced. I don't remember how many we needed. 72. Alright. Makes it easier if you have the right amount. That way I know I have used thing. Yep, it doesn't let me do that. Oh well. Let me build this platform out a little bit and we will craft up this part. So as I started placing it next to the multi-block, it actually broke the structure. And now I can actually place the things down. So there we go. That is the BioVat. Fortunately, I'm assuming they don't fill up with like a rendered fluid or anything like that, but I'm just guessing. I don't know. Maybe it will. Yeah, so there we go. There is that. I do think I will probably... I don't know if we really need to add a cooling tower. Do we need to? Liquid cooling uses distilled water. I mean, it's just distilled water, to be honest. And liquid cooling, Damascus, does require extreme engine intakes, reinforced photo. I might not be able to craft this up yet. I mean, it is... Nope, it requires infinity. Just kidding. So we can't do the liquid cooling yet. But I don't really think we are at the point where we are going to need that. And radiant... Well, that's easy. That's just those alloys. That's super easy. But yeah, we need infinity apparently for the coin. But okay, so there is that. I guess we can just make a recipe for the wetware. We'll do, I think this is the best one we can do at this point. I do need this version though. Yeah, we don't have Kevlar. That is the next. You can see like with the one is without the nanites, then 2 is silver, and then 3 is gold. So we just go through the ones. That's like just the basic tier 1. And then gold needs tier 3, and then silver needs tier 2. Alright, cool. So it kind of seems like the circuit number matches what tier you need. So it's pretty easy. If you just see that, you kind of know. Alright. And then I think Radox is the best. Like, I think that, yeah, that looks like the absolute best. Radox with gold nanites seems to be the absolute best ratio. Alright. Forgot to set the thing. So there we go. We'll just do that. Now I don't need that, and oops, the wrong one. Don't need that and don't need that. So plates, enriched holium, niobium, titanium, and growth catalyst. I don't remember. Do we hook up? I don't think we hooked up growth catalyst to the A system. We do have a way to create it, but we didn't hook it up, did we? Also, I still need to automate these radio hatches. Probably do, I don't know, like emitters or level emitters or something. I don't know. I did try to turn those on and off with the redstone signal, but I think we might just need to automate putting the rods in it in the first place as opposed to automating the actual rod or the hatch. So unfortunately you can see like the more as the tier goes up, the amount you get from each craft goes down. Okay. I think we do have the holmium. Right, I'd made recipes for that stuff, didn't I? Yeah. We have 269 from our Bastnite line now. We need wetware. And that, yeah, I didn't think I had growth medium. Do we have raw growth in the A system? No. Alright, so I am going to have to sort this out. I really do like this setup. I think it's really cool. So I'll just do like 1, 2, 3, just to get this going. And that will do that. I'm thinking probably just like a storage bus, actually, on the back of this. Obviously, we can send it into a tank, but I don't want to start wasting more materials than we need at this point. But I'm sure we're going to ramp it up pretty quick. So if I do that in there. Now, wetware. All right, so there we go. I didn't look at the actual tier, to be honest. LUV, tier 1, we got the bio, 27 seconds. Should work. There's a growth catalyst. There is that. I might need to just turn it back on because we broke it. And there we go. There is our wetware. That is so much easier than having to do the circuit boards and then add 32 foil to every single one of these. Now we are doing 22 foil for 12. So much, much better. And let's just make sure that works. Yep, there we go. Extreme wetware. That is very cool. Let's check this out. Yeah, the next part is the neuro processing units. So we have enriched. I remember the reinforced. We need to do some recipes for this stuff. And there is that growth medium again. Okay, so I think I do need to sort this out before I go much further. At least get this. I mean, I don't really need to keep it in here. I don't know why I was. Send it all into there. Get that all turned into growth catalyst. And yeah, that only holds 8 buckets, but I think that will be okay, at least for the time being. Ooh, what was that? Ooh, I need to do a different fluid storage bus. Alright, are we gonna have to change? Like, am I gonna have to change my few that I've done? They're mostly on the tanks, I think. Let me just double check that, actually. And see which ones I put a storage bus on, because they have it. Put them on the back, usually. Like right there. That is a fluid crafting. Hey! It does say a fluid crafting. Does this say? Oh, these all say fluid. Interesting. Maybe in world they have switched. I just need to maybe switch over the... Oh, that seems different. Right, that no longer has a recipe. Oh, that actually reminds me. I need to... I noticed this when I was looking at recipes. If you click this toggle showing interfaces with invalid patterns, I actually have quite a few. It seems like most of the transformers seems to have, the recipe seems to have changed. So I need to pull all these out and do this. And then we do know the fluid storage shells have changed, so that is done. But yeah, this is basically just transformers and that. I don't know what has changed with these transform. Oh, the high amp. These. I think the. Let's see. LUV. TPV alloy coil for the LUV. It looks like the coils have changed, is what I'm noticing. So, alright, I will take care of that. Also need to fix the fluid storage bus. We'll change that to the correct one now. So I have gone ahead, placed the correct fluid storage bus on the back of this fluid heater. And like I said, at some point I'm sure we will need more than 8,000 in stock, although this is pretty quick. So we'll see. But if I went to go like craft up a whole bunch of wetwares, it's going to be like, oh, you don't have enough of this stuff. So I'm sure at some point this will be actually like on a tank, and we will do it that way. I have, I think, automated the hatches, and what I've actually done is added a interface underneath, so some rods, and over there just one rod in there, and I have placed a conveyor on the bottom of these. I can actually do that. You can see there's a conveyor, and I just used an LV conveyor because that pulls in once every 20 seconds, so it's going to go pretty slow. There is one slower, and that does one stack every 80 seconds. I may end up doing it for this one because these rods actually last 80 seconds, so I'm actually pulling in 4 rods for every one that we go through. So we'll just limit it a little bit. I mean, I'm basically, you know, we're not struggling with resources at this point anymore, but I don't know, it feels a little bit bad that we're wasting resources. But I've gone ahead and done this. Now I think this is going to turn off. Be wrong. Do I have it switched around? That should... Oh, it's 64,000. I thought it was 48,000. Dang it! Alright, so 2 more times. It's going to take a minute and 20 seconds. I guess I could change it, but no, we have 64 buckets. Once that gets to there, that should shut that off, and it should shut off the conveyor as well, because I also have the redstone receiver internal on there, triggering that conveyor. Now, obviously, we have more in there than needed, so we are going to waste some, but I'm hoping that will kind of limit it when we are not running this. I did try it with 2, but unfortunately, these are 10 seconds, so the... like, right when this starts running, like, right when it runs out, it'll pull 2 more in. And I was a little worried that the thing wouldn't work. It seems to keep running when this doesn't have any fuel in it. I could be wrong, but it looked like when I ran out, it was still running. But when it finished the craft, if there was no fuel in the radio hatch, it just didn't produce anything. I think that's what happened. But I could be wrong. Alright, so that should turn this off if we did this correct. So we have 28 in there. We'll just double check that that doesn't get any more. And that should turn off, and then this will do the same. Once this gets up to 48 or whatever, I don't remember. Oh, that's probably where I got the 48 from. I have different hatches, apparently. Different amounts. It's probably because that input hatch is different. I did an HV there and an EV there, so I was getting myself a little confused. Alright, so there we go. It is actually dropping now. So it'll just burn through these and then it'll be done. But like I said, unfortunately, wasting a few there. We are really wasting a bunch here because, like I said, this goes 80 seconds, but it's pulling in 4 rods at that time. So I'm sure there is more precise ways to go about doing this, but that seems to be a pretty... Yep, there it goes. It turned off. A pretty good little system there. We don't need that in there. Since I'm standing right here, I'll just pull it out. And same for that. Alright, so cover that up, and that is... Yep, there we go. It's over 4,800, so that one turned off as well. Man, what? These multi-blocks are pretty cool, to be honest. They require quite a lot of automation that is just kind of different than just turning a machine on and it runs. Keeping hatches full, not burning in more fuel than you need, and all sorts of stuff. So they are really fun. Definitely enjoy these. I like those ones too from that line. I can't remember what the name of those are. But yeah, these have been really fun to do. So there we go. We got our raw growth catalyst. Now we need to craft up these neuro boards. Now we also need stem cells, don't we? Stem cells are produced in a large chemical reactor. We're not quite there yet. I can't wait to get to those. But we will do a recipe. Did I do a recipe for stem cells when we originally created them? I don't remember. No. Alright, so let's do that. And the bacterial sludge... I could use this to get more raw growth catalyst, but it isn't as efficient as the way we are doing it. So I feel like we're wasting agar and stuff if we do it this way. So question is, what are we going to use this bacterial sludge for? We could use it for some chips. I feel like that is the least... Like, you get 9 of these from 1, so with a... What was it? 60% chance? I mean, we're going to get more in the long run, won't we? Because we have 9 chances to get 1 more. So maybe I will set that up to send that bacterial sludge in, if we use it. I don't know. No, we are going to use this. Quite a bit, actually. In the future. Yeah. Because the stem cells are needed in... Where is the assembly line? Yeah. We're going to need these to get the neuro things. And we do definitely need these. Although... Aren't we at... I could actually... Oh, I don't have cosmic neutronium, like... super fast. So... Yeah. Okay, we do need to set this up, though. Alright, let's do... We'll do this here, and I do need to... Is this where I want this? No. I want to craft up a second one, I think. Maybe a large chemical reactor over by the bio vat. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Because it's kind of over there with that stuff. And then... This will just go in our assembly line. Alright, so we have that. We have thin sheets, we have tungsten steel boats, we have PBI fluid pipes. I need to do the reinforced glass. And... yeah, that is it, I think. Oh, did we get... I didn't, because we have 64, so I obviously didn't. Although that kind of throws off the... We're always going to have a weird amount now. That's kind of funny, but oh well. Scanner. What's data stick? Alright, let me get this stuff automated and we'll be back. Okay, let's go ahead and get this started. And I have set up a large chemical reactor, did the usual split the items. All right, and there we go. That is going. Also using the output hatch, the new output hatch that outputs fluids directly into AE. So that is pretty cool. And I think I'm going to try... No GUI for that, but I'm going to try to use that. Just double check we get our... Yep, there we go. I'm going to use that to send in... What do I want? Thinking no, that's fine. I was thinking something else. I was like, I kind of want more than this to stock, but here, we'll show it. I just threw this down right here. I probably will expand it to a multi-block, the processor, but for the meantime, just have a dual thing there that's going to keep the raw crystal chips in stock, and it's going to use the full crystal chips from there, which has the storage bus. And then I'm going to do this. This is, where are we facing? West? Yeah. I think that's what we want to do. Maybe? It's not showing up because I don't have anything in there. Actually, I want to make sure this works, so we turn that off. What I'm hoping is this will keep this stock from the A system, but I don't have anything in there, so that. Let's see if that. Alright, so there we go. And then we will import, and that should end up in there. Yep, there it goes, and then that will run. So every time we craft up stem cells, that's going to go in there and get that to run. Now, is that going to be enough? I have no idea. But hopefully, when we are crafting up wetware circuits, that will help with the crystal circuits, because now that we have wetware, I can replace the crystal things with the wetware circuits. So we do LUV, GPM, and UV with crystal, but now we can use the wetware instead of those. So we're actually going to be using less of these crystal chips, so we'll see if that works. And we'll see. I don't know if that's going to be enough with the bacterial, just from stem cells, but we shall see. Alright, so that is that. Now I need to set up this, and I need to we're done with the raw growth. Yeah, I need to set up this. So, I guess... Well, the easiest way is just to do that, I guess. Is that what I want to do? Or do I want... I could always just keep in... Yeah, maybe we'll do like a keep in stock thing. I don't know. I do kind of plan on using the level emitters quite a lot. Unfortunately, you only do 5 on each, but, you know, I don't mind crafting up like dozens of those, if that hopefully wouldn't be too bad of a problem. Alright, so let me finish this, and then I think we are good with the Neuro. Now, we do need to craft up 6 of these. Yeah. We do need to craft up 6 of these, because I need to make the imprint for the... I need to make the imprint for the circuit assembly line, which gives us a 1-to-1 ratio, but I do need to do the terrible ratio first. Yeah, we don't have UHV in our thing. We do have... Do we have ZPM? I don't remember. I'm pretty sure we only have LUV in there. We have crafted up ZPM assemblers. I'm pretty sure I crafted them up for the PCB. Didn't we? Yeah, so I can't craft those up. Okay, let's get the neural boards crafted up. Whoops. Alright, so UV matter I need to get in there. Okay, so I'm probably going to need to adjust some of the things that we need here. We are starting to get to a point where the 64 sheets and stuff that I keep stored are definitely not enough. And the UU matter I don't actually have connected to EA systems, so might as well do that. I still want to get the multi-block for that. I just haven't, just like one of those things that I just haven't got around to. This is still like chugging along, but we could get much faster scrap. I could craft up more recyclers and all sorts of stuff, so I'll just have that probably just attached to this. I'll just do it underneath or something. And that should be, go this way. That should be fine. Right, didn't I craft up like 3? Did it already craft up those? Wow, it did. So there we go. That was a pretty quick recipe. Didn't we get... Does that not... Do you matter not showing up? Yeah, showing up there. Okay, so there, it's working. Might have just taken a second to work. I did switch the reinforced glass because we need a lot for all these little reinforced glass tubes. As we can see, there's, what was that, 96 reinforced glass. I did switch it to carbon instead of the mixed alloy because we have 122,000 carbon. Just threw it down over here. I had a LUV fluid solidifier, so we can see it's pretty quick. Is it quick enough for endgame recipes? Probably not, but I just really wanted to get this up and running. What I'm gonna do is keep in stock. I might do with this. I might do keep 256 or something in stock with that. As we can see, I've done a few things. That is for our BioVat. I wanted to keep those in stock because it chews through that really quick. I didn't want it to run out while it was crafting and waste ingredients, so that is why I did that. Alright, that is... Surprised how fast that is actually going. How fast is that recipe? It's only 7 seconds, that's why it's going so fast. I mean, I know it's overclocked to UHV, so... Okay, there we go. There is our 6 Neuro boards. I will craft up the Wetware circuit. We have done this before. We'll craft up our first Wetware, and then we will use the cutting, wherever it is, I don't remember, the slicing machine to get the thing, and then we'll make an imprint for the circuit assembly. And then I will make recipes for this. I do need to start thinking about cosmic neutronium as well. What is that? This is UV. Don't think we have optical SMDs yet, so we will be doing this recipe. I think it may also be time to finally upgrade the power on this side to lasers. I've been kind of putting it off, but I think it may be time. So, alright, anyway, that is a pretty big jump. I am happy to see that. I'm also super happy to see my Basanite line just chugging along. So, really cool. I feel like we are making decent process here. So next episode, wetware circuits. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.